Hi guys, welcome to JD's Kitchen and thank you guys for stopping by. If it's your first time here, you're welcome to the channel. Make yourself comfortable. Today I'm going to share with you guys how to cook eru. Eru is a Cameroonian delicacy. It's mostly eaten with water fufu or gari. So I'll start by showing you guys all my ingredients. First of all, I'm going to be using some dried meats. I'm also going to use some kanda or cow skin. I'm going to use crayfish. This is like a must. I'm also going to use pepper, seasonings and salt. I always like to use Maggi crevettes because I believe it has crayfish in it for flavoring. And then I'm also going to use red oil. I love the CDC palm oil because it doesn't have any smell. So unlike popular opinion, a lot of people say, oh, you put this one first before putting the other. No, I don't do that. I don't follow that process. I put my water leaf and my eru at the same time in the pot, and then I mix it and leave it for like 5 minutes. Then I go ahead to add my seasoning cubes and salt, and I do that carefully because you don't want it to be too salty. So I put in small quantities. I didn't put all of the seasoning cubes that you guys saw at the beginning. I just put one and then a little bit of salt, and then I go ahead to put in my meat and my kanda or my cow skin. I go ahead to add in some fresh pepper because I have kids and they do not eat pepper, and my husband as well. So I put the pepper whole and I just leave it to cook in and then get a bit soft. When I'm eating, I just take it out. Now after like 10 minutes of just mixing it and leaving it to boil down, I add in my red oil. The last thing I'm going to add in this eru is going to be my crayfish, and I will not add any salt and seasoning until I've added my crayfish, because you guys know there's some sweetness that crayfish gives to your food that if you put in a lot of seasoning cubes and then you add in crayfish, by the time you're adding the crayfish, you might realize that it's tasting too salted or over seasoned or something. So you don't want to add too much seasoning cubes before you add your crayfish. So after adding the crayfish, I'm going to taste it. When I taste it, if it's not okay, and then I'll go ahead to add some, but if it's okay, then that's going to be fine. So one thing I do with my eru is that I always steep my eru and my water leaf in a lot of water. I keep it in water for more than 30 minutes, and when you do that, you realize that that's after washing your water leaf. You realize that a little bit of sand is still going to settle under the water, and that way you'll be able to separate that and you will not have any sand or dirt in your food. And then for the eru itself, I know that it's said that when you put it in water for a long time, it helps that it doesn't cause it doesn't disturb your stomach, it doesn't cause running stomach or anything. So yeah, I do that all the time and my eru is always fine and it never gives me any problems with my stomach. You guys can see we have gotten to the end of our cooking. Eru is ready. It's so easy to make eru. Try this recipe and tell me how it turned out for you. Please subscribe.